Hello,
Mario.
how are you?
I'm good.
Hi, Abe. How are
Abe's
you,
there?
Abe?
Hi, Abe.
It's only Abe's glasses. I never see more than your glasses. Hi, Kenny, you're back?
I'm here, believe it or not.
Well, you were here before, alone.
No work today. Markets are closed.
Oh, it's a
No, you
holiday?
were here before at the
Everybody
Zoom.
is so ignorant of this holiday. It's so funny. It's called Good Friday.
Right.
The only reason the markets are closed is because they once upon a time crashed on this day, way back when. So I should be thankful. Where are we holding?
30.
It's okay, I like it that way. Edible? Put some basil in or some rosemary. Fresh. What'd you all do today?
What's the funeral?
Gittel?
Yeah. Very sad.
They bury her in Eretz Yisrael?
No, here, a home of peace.
Yeah.
Where's that? Silmar? That one?
Whittier, I think. Whittier.
Whittier.
Who else is buried down there? I don't even remember.
The family must have people buried there. The Goldsteins must have.
The Spiegels are all there.
Spiegels, yeah.
Yeah. And I have some property there.
Susie's grandparents are buried there.
Oh, grandparent, wow.
My in-laws are there.
Rabbi Isaacson Shul had a section over there.
Oh.
I'm surprised not down in Commerce.
Well, that's where my dad
That's-
is. Grandmother.
That's Halberstam's, yeah.
That's Mount Carmel. No, Beth Jacob. Rabbi Dolgan had a section
Ours
there.
is more checked. The chandeliers.
Okay. What are you talking about? Susie? All the Hungarians are buried in Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Lamed 30. If you found a lost object, let's say a garment, so the Mishnah said you have to air it out, stretch it out, but not if it's going to honor you. You can't benefit from it. Well, what about what if it accomplishes both? You lay it out, and let's say guests are coming up over. Are you allowed to do that? It's going to benefit the garment. It's going to benefit you. Toshma. The Mishnah said, you lay it out for its own benefit. Letzorcha in, haletzorcha uletzorcha lo. Implying that if it was going to be a double benefit, no. Ema seifa. Aval lo lichvoda. You wouldn't be able to lay it out for his honor. Lichvoda hudula haletzorcha uletzorcha shop your dummy. If it was going to accomplish both, you'd be allowed to. It's circular logic, and we can't learn from there. Toshma. You cannot stretch out a garment that you found not on a sofa or a bed or on a post for his own benefit. If it's for the garment benefit, you can do it. Guests happen to come in. You can't lay it out. Whether it's for you or for it. This seems to be a proof that you cannot do it even if it's accomplishing both goals. The Gemara says you can't learn from the shiny Hassam. The mikla kolile. You're going to ruin the garment. Why? Imishum eina ayin hara. The guests are going to look at it, give it ayin hara. Omishum ganvi. The guests are going to realize that you have these things. They're going to steal it. Toshma. So we have a din of Egla Rufa, the decapitated calf, that if you have two cities and a corpse is found next to one of the cities, the closest city has to do a kapara. They have to take an egel down to the river, decapitate it. That's egla rufa. Now, this egel cannot have done any work. Now, if it went into a group of cows, and the cows were stamping produce, and it went ahead and stamped produce with it, so it's still kosher, because you didn't have kavanah that it should do it. Now, bishul shatinok and tidosh, if you wanted to accomplish two things, that it should nurse. Hi, Abe, you there?
Yeah, I'm having some problem, but okay. Yeah, I'm here.
We're on Lamed. If the cow is put in there for both purposes, to nurse from its mother and to do disha, so then it's psula. And it's an example of halcha de letzorcha uletzorcha. It's for its need and for your need. Uktani psula. So we want to maybe learn over to our case the same thing. Whereas the shani osam damarkra, a glass bakar, asher lo ubad ba, asher lo mashra ba'ol. Mikol makom, meaning any kind of work, special possible. So maybe if it joined the group of cows, would also be usher. So the Gemara says, haludami alaha. What we're looking for is not the case of egla roof, the case of paraduma. They're also, you're not allowed to do work with it. Shachen alea of. A bird happened to be flying and it landed on the back of the paraduma to rest. Ksheira. That's not considered a malacha. It's not an ol. Allah alea zachar. If a male ox has relations with the paraduma psula. Now, what's the difference? My time. Get Rav Papa. Da'amar iksiv. Iksiv ubad. Vikarinan ubad. Havamina filu memela. I would have thought even you weren't planning to work, and the work happened to be memela, would also be a problem. Iksiv avad v'karinan avad, havamina da avad ba'ihu. I would have thought that it would have to be you, the owner, the master, caused it to work. That's the disqualification. But hasha dichsiv avad v'karinan ubad ba'inin ubad dumida avad ma avad nichale. The owner has to be happy with the work. Ha ubad nichale, and the animal having a bird land on it,
It's nice.
the owner doesn't have any problem. But the owner has a problem with the ox having relations with the paraduma because maybe it'll get pregnant, it'll ruin its value. So he's not happy. And that's why that's disqualified. Klei Kesef, by the way, tomorrow we're learning in shul at 5:30.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night, we're going to do the Navi Shir at 8 o'clock, followed by the Daf Yomi at 9 o'clock. Because we can't learn earlier because Mincha and Maariv are interfere with trying to learn the Daf before the Navi Shir. Unless you want to do the Daf Yomi much earlier, like at 6 o'clock.
That's not bad.
Okay, so why don't we do that? That way we're not learning that late. So let's plan Sunday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Is that a problem for anybody?
Sounds good.
So we said we said that if you found a lost object of silver or copper, so you should use it periodically, otherwise they go bad. Torah bara motzik kli eitz. If you find a wooden kli, mishtamish ben, bishvil shlo yirapvu, otherwise it will rot. You should use copper kalim with hot water, but not directly on the fire. B'nei shemaschika causes depreciation of the copper. Silver kalim you should use with coal, not with hot. It causes oxidation to get black. Magrefos for kardumos. These are like forks or pickaxes. You should use them with soft things, not hard things. Because they depreciate if you use them with hard things. Then if you find something gold or glass, you shouldn't use it at all until Eliyahu shows up and tells you who it belongs to. Same thing by an Aveda, same thing when somebody gives you a deposit. Now, Pikod, my Aveda, think about it. What does Pikod have to do with this? Be the same. Let's say somebody went on a trip for 10 years. So you are responsible for it as a shomer. And you have to follow these guidelines. Matzah kupa, if you find a sack of cement, and based on your age or you're standing in the community, you normally wouldn't schlep something like this. You don't have to pick it up, and you could cover your eyes as if you don't see this large object. You should make yourself blind. Sometimes you can make yourself blind.
Right, safely.
You're a Kohen and the lost object is in the cemetery. You can't go in there. You're an old Rav. It's not your covet to deal with this. You don't have. You can make yourself blind. You're busier than your friend. He's going to lose out much more money. So you can be misalim. Now the Gemara doesn't understand why I need a pasuk. I mean, a coin in the base of kvaros pshita. Hi asay. The mitzvah of returning a lost subject is an asay. And a kohen, there's an asay of kidashto, and there's a lot asay of don't be metame. The lo asi asay v'dachis lo asay v'asay. I don't need a special pasuk here. The sulo dachin and yisur becoming mamona. a Kohen becoming tummy is an Isser. This is a money issue. We don't allow Isser to be violated because of money. Ela l'shalom merubim shel chavero. We were talking about the case where his work is more valuable than his friends. So by him spending time, it's going to cause him to lose more than his friend. So he can keep himself blind. And this is Miravina Marav Nafka. Dam Ravina Marav. Efes kiloya b'cha evyon. A person is supposed to conduct his life so he doesn't become poor. Shalcha kodim shel kol adam. Your care for your finances is more important than the care of the finances of your other person. Elazokin ve'elevchif odo. So the pasuk comes to tell me an old man that it's not his covet to pick it up, he's also excused. Amarabba. Hikisha, an animal's walking around and you used a stick, even once, to hit it so it moves. Chayba. Now you have to be, you've taken ownership of it. Abai and Yosef coming to Rabbah. Abai was sitting in front of Rabbah. Chazal achizi d'kaimi. He saw some goats. Shachol kol v'shadabu. He threw a goat, he threw a stone at them. So Rabbah told him, Chayvesbu kumadrinu. Okay, you're responsible for them. Go gather them up and return them to the owner. Iboilu. Darkol achzer b'sadir. When he's in the field, there's a lot of people there. He's not embarrassed to pick something up, but he would not do it be'ir. He wouldn't do it in the city where there's a lot of people. And he found this in the field. Now, and he has to return it. But the given the love darche, but since normally in the city he doesn't do it, he doesn't have to do it here either. So maybe he shouldn't touch it. Maybe he would be mechayev in the field. The king the chayev lebesadi, chayev lebeir, just the opposite. If he's obligated in the field, he's going to be obligated in the city. Take no answer. Amarava kol shebeshalom machzir. If there's an object that he would want returned to him, shel chaver nami machzir, then he should return it when he finds a friend's object. Shebeshalom parak v'toyin. If his object he would unload from a donkey, so b'shchaver nami parak v'toyin. So he has to help his friend unload his things from the donkey as well. Rabbi Shmuel Rav Yosef Akazul Borcha. Rabbi Shmuel was walking, Pagabehu Gavra. Somebody met up with him. Havidar Pitcha De'oifi Azvina V'Kamita. The person was carrying a load of wood. He put him down to rest. And he asked Rabbi Shmuel Dalili, help me put it back on my shoulders. But Rabbi Shmuel didn't want to do it because of his covet. How much are these branches worth to you? Or Malay Paga D'Zuzah, half $1. So Yovle Paga D'Zuzah. So Yishmael gave him $50. And then Afkare. And then he was Mafkaret. Because he didn't want to pick it up. Other Zachaba, the same guy, picked it up. And how do you have the pockets of Afkare? So Rabbi Shmuel repeated this exercise, gave him $50, and was Mafkaret. He saw that the guy was going to do it for the third time. I was mafkir for everybody, but not for you. Can you be mafkir selectively? If I mafkir something and I say only for aniyim, it works. No. You got to mafkir it completely. So how could Rabbi Shmuel do a partial hefker? El Rishon Rabbi Yosef Kulam Mafkarini. He was mafker for everybody. Uvimilsa va'alma hu de'akim. Really, the guy had the right to pick it up again for the third time. But Rabbi Shmuel didn't want to go out and buy it again. That's what he told him not to do. Rabbi Shmuel, Rabbi Yosef, Zaken Ve'el Fichvadav. But why did Rabbi Shmuel have to go through all of this? He's a Zaken. He had a right to leave it. In a Chanami, Rabbi Shmuel, Rabbi Yosef, Nima Sadinu Avad. He was doing it as a Midas Chasidus, not Meikir Adin. The Torah Rav Yosef, the Pasuk says, V'hizarta otam et achukim vet hatorot v'odat lehem et haderech asher yelchu va vet hamatzeh asher yasun. So the Brisa explains, v'odat lehem ze beis chayiyim. You have to teach your children how to make a living. Es haderech zu gmilas chasadim, doing gmilas chesed. Asher yelechu, that's Bikr Cholim. Ba is Zukvura, the special mitzvah of burial. Besamaisa Ze'adin. You have to follow din. Asher Yasum Zulifnim Mishra Sadin, being a chassid. Amar Ma. Asher Yelchu Ze Bikr Cholim. Frank Marhainu Gmilas Chasadim. Isn't that the same thing as Milas Chesed? Look, Nitzracha Leben Gilo. There's a special aspect of someone your age. You go Mavakir Chola, you remove some of his sickness. Amar Mar Ben Gilo, Noitil Echad Mishishim B'Choyev, takes 1/60th away. Even though you're going to get sick, you're chayiv to do it. This is Bozu Kvura. So again, the Gemara asks, "Hainu Gemilas Chasadim." Isn't that an example of Gemilas Chesed? Lo nitzchah l'zaken ve'en l'vichvodo. A zaken, it's not his covet to do a burial. It's still appropriate for him to participate in the burial. Shur yasu zu lifnei mishur satin. This is going beyond din. Sham Rav Yochanan, or Charvi Yushlaim el Shaldanu Badin Torah. Jerusalem was destroyed because they adjudicated Torah. I don't get it. Eladina de Mizgisa Ladina? What? They should have taught people how to be thieves? It's appropriate to do din Torah. Elaema hemidu dineim al din Torah v'lo avdu lifnei mishur satin. That is, they were exacting in their din. They didn't go beyond the din. Ezewi Aveda. When is something considered a lost object? Matzah chamor par roin badera. You see a donkey or a cow walking in the street. Enzo Aveda. The owner is probably nearby. Matzah chamor v'kelav hafuchin. You see the chamor and the saddle is backwards. Par rotza ben akram. You see a cow running in the vineyard. Arezo Aveda. Now you return these things. Echzira ubarcha, and ran away again. Echzira barcha, you return it and ran away. Afilu arba chayim shapam chayav lachzir, you have to keep on returning it. Because it says hashev to shivim. Hayabotel sela. To take the time to return the Aveda, he wasn't doing his work, and he would have earned $1. Lo yomer lo, you cannot tell to the person you return the object, you tainly sell it. Listen, you cost me $1. You can't demand that. Elanoisen lo, scharo kepoyel. You give a minimum wage. Im yesham bezdin, if there are 3 people who could sit in the bezdin, you can master if they bezdin. You can make a statement in front of this bezdin that I'm only returning the lost object on the condition that the guy pays me what I'm losing from my hourly wage. If ein sham bezdin, if they mi yasne, Shalo Kodim. Since he's going to lose, he doesn't have to return the object. So the Gemara is bothered by this language of Ezohi Aveda. We've been talking about Avedot the whole parak. Amrav Yehuda Achikama. Ezeu Klal Aveda Shukayim Bo. What is the principle that governs this? That if you find the animal walking normally, you're not mechayiv to return. The donkey with the saddle backwards, or that's clearly an avein, you have to return. So if you see a donkey walk in the street, we say it's not la'olam. What if you see it walking for 2 weeks? I mean, I'm a Rav at 3 days, you give it, and you assume that the owners are nearby. Hey, Chidami, what's the case? If it was at night, I feel nami. 1 hour would be enough to cause it to be an aveda. And in the daytime, maybe even more than 3 days. You see it early in the morning, and then you see it as at night setting. Plus a Yomi Arinon, for 3 days you say Yisrumi Yisrami Levinavke. It's a chance that the animal went out on its own early and came back late, and the owners know about it. Tfei, more than 3 days, Vade Avedi, then it's considered an Aveda. Tana Ma'achi, Matzah tells for Kartan Bistratio, we find something in Tiananmen Square, Upar Rotza Ben Akromim, or a poor running in the vineyard, or Rezu Aveda. Okay, we'll continue on Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everybody. Good Shabbos.